Hello everyone, for my second video of the day, this one's going to be less serious and more fun. So if you haven't seen the first video that I made, it involves something wrong with YouTube and what they're doing to YouTubers. That's a whole thing I said in the first video, so if you're interested in that, please go to that if you're interested. And now this video is going to be about Star Wars Andor. And before I go into that, first, I know a lot of people didn't like it, claimed it was too slow, the plot was stupid, stuff like that. Agree to disagree for a lot of reasons. But before I do that, first I want to say thank you to everybody who supports this channel from the very beginning, from up to now to the near future. Without all of you, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be right back on YouTube. So thank you. Comment down below, like, share, all the good stuff. And if you're interested in what you see, want to sub, of course, after seeing my work, please press the sub button down below to support this channel. With all that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the show today. So basically, to describe Andor, I understand people thought it was boring, slow, and didn't understand it, in my opinion. I watched the whole first season, and I thought it was okay for what it was. Was it perfect? No, it wasn't. And Andor kind of goes before the Rogue One film. If you've seen Rogue One, you see his character in that movie. And this is what happened before he joined the rebellion. What he was doing before, it was a whole thing. In this season, the first season, we see him struggle in a way that I don't want to describe it in case anyone who hasn't seen it. If you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. And after that struggle, he goes on this journey to basically rob the Empire and joins these bands of thieves. But one of the thieves suspected him as more than an outsider, but something more. And he was correct on one thing. That he was no ordinary outsider, and he had something around his neck that was more than the whole operation. And they were pissed off about left and right. And this operation was also more to screw with the Empire as well, as the Empire was screwing with people, their land, their rights, their food, the whole thing, the whole works. So, pretty much after joining this band of misfits to screw with the Empire, which they did in a huge way, and screw them harder than they could have before, the Empire had to make adjustments to make sure that never happened again. And the first time ever, the Emperor kind of was sort of involved in a way, which I was glad. But I don't believe he was there personally, but not Darth Vader, but his other person in command, in charge of the whole operation of the Empire for a certain sector of it, had to make adjustments. And I believe someone in that group, in the Empire, felt uncomfortable with what was going on. It was the dude or the chick, I forgot one of them. And he got out or not, I forgot. I haven't seen it in a long time. But moral of the story is, it's the background of one character inspiring hope. And the Empire was not pleased with that. Especially towards the last episode with that message with Ezra's, or the dude's name. I forgot his name. I haven't seen it in a long time. But his grandmother was the soul of the rebellion that made him do it, in a way. And in the movie, in Rogue One, he basically described briefly he had to do things he didn't want to do for the rebellion. Peace comes at a cost, apparently, and it does till this day, without question. And the Empire was just not having it. They weren't. And where Season 1 ended, I thought it was a perfect way to end it. But they added Season 2, and frankly, I'm not interested in Season 2, in my opinion. That's just me. since modern Star Wars is just horrendous in a lot of ways. Some of the projects I've seen were good, at least rare of them, and the rest were just garbage. So, with that said, I'll end it with this. If you are a fan of Andor, I'm glad you were happy with the end results. If you weren't happy with it, I can understand why, but for me, I'm in the middle, agree to disagree. So, with all that said, if I missed something out of context with this, just let me know down below in the comment section. And thank you all for supporting this channel. Without all of you, I wouldn't be here, so thank you. Comment down below, like, share, all the good stuff. May God bless you all, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.